Hello, everyone. I have a story to tell. But before I tell you a story, I would like to tell you a little something about myself. When I was 6 years old, I read a magnificent book called True Stories. It had wonderful drawings. One that really caught my eye was that of a boa constrictor swallowing a wild beast whole. I was fascinated, so I decided to make my own drawing. I was very proud and decided to show it to some grown-ups. They looked at my drawing and looked at me. "Don't be afraid," I told them. "Why would we be afraid of a hat?" they asked. "It is not a hat," I told them. "It is a boa constrictor swallowing an elephant." So I made a second drawing. The grown-ups looked at my drawing and looked at me. They then advised me to put away my drawings and apply myself to history, grammar, arithmetic. So, at the age of 6, I abandoned my magnificent career as an artist. Grown-ups never understand things on their own, and it is very tiring for a child to have to explain things over and over again. So I learned to pilot airplanes. This has put me into contact with a great many serious people, and I've had to talk to very many grown-ups. Whenever I meet a grown-up who seems enlightened, I show them my first drawing. "It is a hat," they say. So I put myself on their level and talk about bridge and politics and golf and neckties. They think I'm so reasonable. I felt very alone, with no one to talk to, until one day my plane crash-landed in the African desert. I didn't have a co-pilot or any passengers, and I wasn't a mechanic, but I would have to repair my engine on my own. I had only enough water for 8 days. The first day, I went to sleep in the sand.
Please, draw me a sheep.
What?
Draw me a sheep.
What are you doing here?
Please, draw me a sheep.
All right. I have only learned geography, arithmetic, grammar, and history.
That doesn't matter. Draw me a sheep.
I could draw you a boa constrictor.
No.
I could draw you a boa constrictor swallowing an elephant.
No. Our life is much too small. Draw me a sheep. A young sheep, because it must last a long time.
Here is a box. The sheep you want is inside.
This is perfect. Just the sheep I wanted. Do you think the sheep will eat a lot of grass?
Why?
Because where I live, everything is very small.
I've given you a very small sheep.
The box is good. You can use it for a home at night.
I could give you a rope to tie him up with,
Tie him up.
so he doesn't wander off and get lost.
Where are we going to go?
Well, straight ahead.
On my planet, if you go straight ahead, you can't go very far.
Grown-ups like facts and numbers. So here are the facts and numbers. My friend comes from an asteroid that can only be seen from Earth once a year. It was discovered by a Turkish astronomer. He decided to name it B612. What I would like to say, for those who understand life, is once upon a time, there was a little prince who came from a planet hardly bigger than he was. He needed a friend.
The sun is setting.
It is the morning of the 4th day.
Isn't it true? Sheep eat bushes.
Sheep eat anything they find.
That is good. That means sheep. You'll eat baobabs too.
Baobabs are tall trees, tall like churches. Sheep can't eat those.
Before they're big, they're small.
Why do you want the sheep to eat little baobabs?
Come on, you know, there are good plants and bad plants. Which grow from good seeds and bad seeds. If a bad plant sprouts, you uproot it quickly, as soon as you can tell it's from the road.
Alright.
It is a question of discipline. Once you finish washing and dressing, you tend to your plant. Poke the baobabs regularly, as soon as you can tell them from everything else.
I really must repair my engine.
Wait a second. I like to watch sunsets. One day, I watched the sunset 44 times. You know, if you're feeling sad, sunsets are wonderful.
It is the morning of the 5th day. My plane crash is on the forefront of my mind, and there's a lack of drinking water. I'm very worried.
If sheep eat bushes, and they eat flowers,
Sheep eat anything they find,
even if the flower has thorns,
even if the flower has thorns.
then what good are thorns?
Thorns are good for nothing. There's the flower's way of being mean.
That's not true. Flowers are naive. They think flowers make them, thorns make them frightened. You think flowers...
I don't think anything. I just said whatever came to my head. I'm very busy here with something serious.
Something serious? Do something to Corona.
What?
I know a planet inhabited by a red-faced man who does nothing all day but add up numbers. He's never smelled a flower. He's never loved anyone. All day lecturing, he says, I'm a serious man. He's not a man. He's a mushroom.
I don't understand.
For millions of years, flowers have been producing thorns. For millions of years, sheep have eaten them all the same. For you, it's not important to understand the war between sheep and flowers.
I don't understand.
Sando is a very special flower, one that only grows on my planet. A rose.
Alright.
Rose that one sheep can wipe out a bite one morning.
Okay.
That's not important.
The rose you love is not in danger. I'll draw a muzzle for your sheep. A fence for your flower. It's very mysterious, this land of tears. I got to know this flower better. On the Prince's planet, there were very simple flowers, decorated with a single row of petals, so they didn't take up much room. They would appear in the morning and fade by evening. But this flower had blown from a seed from, well, who knows where. The flower never showed herself. She was preparing to emerge perfect. Such was her vanity. She was mysterious. Until one morning, precisely at sunrise.
I'm hardly awake. Forgive me. How lovely you are. I was born at the same time as the sun. I believe it's Christmas time. Would you be so kind to ask me to attend to me? to her.
And so they went on, watering, preening, complaining, moving the screen, placing the glass.
Flowers. You must look at them and smell them. Mine between my planet and light up my life. I did not know how to enjoy that. Instead, the bitches about to my claws ought to have moved me instead of annoyed me. In those days, I didn't understand anything. Instead, I ran away. Flowers are so contradictory. I was too young to know how to love her.
The prince made his escape. On the day he left, he put his planet in order. He raked out his 2 active volcanoes. He raked out his extinct volcano. You never know. He uprooted the last of the baobab trees, believing he was never coming back. All of this seemed very sweet to him, but when he went to the flower,
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I've been silly. I asked for your forgiveness. Try to be happy. Of course I love you. You are silly too. Put down the glass. I don't want to do anymore.
The wind?
My cold isn't so bad. The night air will do me good.
The animals?
I need to put up with 2 or 3 butterflies if I want to know caterpillars if I want to know butterflies. I hear they are very beautiful. Who will visit me? Well, don't just stand there. It's irritating. You've made up your mind to leave. Go.
I believe the prince took advantage of the migration of wild birds to leave his planet. The little prince visited asteroids 325, 326, 327, 328, 329, and 330. He visited each to learn something new.
Ah, subjects.
How do you know who I am? You've never seen me before.
All men are subjects. Approach the throne. It is good to be queen for someone. That is a violation of etiquette. I forbid you to do it.
I can't help it. My journey's been long. I've had no sleep.
Then I command you to yawn. Come on, yawn. It is an order.
I can't do it now.
Then I command you to yawn sometimes and sometimes not to yawn. My authority is universal. I tolerate no disobedience.
May I sit down?
I command it.
Excuse me for asking.
I command you to ask.
Your Majesty, over what do you reign?
Everything.
Over all that?
Over all that.
Do the stars obey you?
Immediately, I tolerate no insubordination.
I like sunsets. I would like to see a sunset, please.
Answer me this. If I were to command a general to fly from flower to flower like a butterfly, or to write a tragedy, or to turn into a seagull and he did not carry out my orders, who would be at fault?
You would be?
Exactly. One must command from each what they can perform.
Authority is based on reason?
I am entitled to command because my orders are reasonable.
My sunset?
I shall command it when the conditions are favorable.
When will that be?
I'll try it around 7:40. Then you will see how well I am obeyed.
I shall be on my way now.
Do not leave here. I shall make you my minister.
Minister of what?
Minister of Justice.
There is no one here to judge.
I do not know that. I have not explored the whole of my realm. I am old, you see. It wearies me to walk.
I have already seen for myself. There is no one else.
Then you shall judge yourself. That is the hardest thing. If you can judge yourself, then you truly are a wise man.
I can judge myself anywhere.
There is an old rat that lives on this planet. I hear him. You can judge the old rat. You can condemn him to death. His life will depend upon your justice, but you must pardon him each time for economy's sake. He is the only rat.
I shouldn't like to do that. I will be on my way now.
No.
Your orders shall be properly obeyed. Should you give me a reasonable command? Command me to leave before the event is up. The conditions are favorable.
Then I command you to be my ambassador. Go.
Orders are so very strange.
So very strange.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Drinking
Why are you drinking?
to forget.
To forget what?
Well, I'm ashamed.
What are you ashamed of?
Drinking.
I don't understand.
I'm drinking
Why are you drinking?
to forget.
To forget what?
I'm ashamed.
Why are you ashamed?
I'm drinking.
Once more. What are you doing?
Drinking
Why are you drinking?
to forget.
To forget what?
Well, I'm ashamed.
Why are you ashamed?
Drinking.
Orders are certainly very strange.
Very strange indeed.
Hello? Your cigarette has gone out.
3 and 2 are 5. 5 and 2, 7. 7 and 5 are 12. 12 and 3, 15. Hello. 15 and 2, 17. 17 and 5, 22. 22 and 6, 28. No time to light again. 26 and 5, 31. 501,622,731.
500 million what?
You're still here? 501 million. I can't remember. I have no time for such trifles. I have a lot of work to do. I am a very serious person. 2 and 5 make 7.
501 million what?
I have lived upon this planet for 44 years. I have been interrupted 3 times. The first was 22 years ago. A bottle fell to my desk. I don't know from where. It made a terrible sound. I made 4 mistakes.
4?
4.
The second time?
11 years ago.
What happened?
Rheumatism. I don't get enough exercise. I'm a very serious person.
And the third time?
The third time is now. 501 million.
5 million what?
The things in the sky.
Flies?
No, the shiny things.
Bees?
Golden things that make lazy people daydream.
Oh, you mean the stars?
Yes, the stars.
What do you do with 500 million stars?
501,622,731. I am a serious person, and I am accurate.
What do you do with them?
I do nothing. I own them.
You own them.
Yes.
You own the stars.
Yes.
I met a king.
Kings do not own, they reign over. It is an entirely different thing.
How can someone own the stars?
Who owns the stars?
No one.
Wrong. I own the stars. I thought of it first.
That's all?
If you find a diamond, and it belongs to no one in particular, you own the diamond. If you find an island, and it belongs to no one in particular, you own the island. If you have an idea before anyone else, and you patent it, you own that idea. No one else thought of owning the stars. I own the stars.
True enough. What do you do with them?
Why, I manage them.
Count them?
Over and over again. It is a lot of work.
If I own a scarf, I can put it on and take it away. If I own a flower, I can pick it and take it away. You can't pick the stars.
I can put them in the bank.
What does that mean?
Well, I write the number on a slip of paper. I put it in a drawer. And that's it.
That's it?
That is enough.
He argues like the drunk.
I own a flower, which I water every day. I own 3 volcanoes, which I break every week. It is of some use to my volcanoes that I own them. It is useful to my flower that I own it. You are not useful to the stars.
Grown-ups are certainly very, very strange. The next planet the little prince came to was the smallest. It had a lamplighter and a lamp. There were no houses, no other people.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why did you just turn off your lamp?
Orders
What orders?
to put out the lamp. Good evening.
Good evening. Why did you just turn on your lamp?
Orders?
I don't understand.
What's to understand? Orders are orders. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a terrible job I have. It used to be reasonable. I had the day for my affairs and the night for my resting.
Since then, your orders haven't changed?
They haven't changed. That's the trouble.
It is?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I turn the lamp on at once a minute and then turn it off at once a minute.
Which means?
Which means the days are 1 minute long.
Oh, funny. Your days are a minute long.
It's not funny at all. You realize we've been talking for a month?
A month?
30 minutes, 30 days. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm sure way to take a rest.
I would like that, but I don't want to be lazy.
Yeah, it's possible to be lazy and graceful at the same time. All you have to do is walk. Your planet's so small, it only takes 3 strides to walk all the way around. If you're to despised by all the others.
The queen, the drunkard, and the businessman?
Him strikes me as ridiculous. Perhaps it's because he's thinking of something besides himself.
Good morning.
Perhaps this planet is the only one I've made a friend, but no, this planet is too small. No room for two.
Ah, an admirer.
What a funny hat.
It's for acclamations, applause, and appreciation. Clap. Ta-da! You must admire me a great deal.
What does that mean, admire?
Well, do you agree that I am the handsomest, most intelligent, most charismatic man on the planet?
You are the only man on the planet.
So, go ahead and admire me anyway.
I admire you. What about my admiration interests you so much?
The next planet was 10 times larger than the last. It was inhabited by a man with a very big book.
Ah, an explorer. You must tell me where you've come from.
What's the big book?
I am a geographer.
What is that?
Well, a geographer knows where cities and oceans and rivers and mountains and deserts are.
At last, someone with a profession.
Interesting. Does this planet have any mountains?
No, I can't say.
Cities?
I can't say.
Rivers, lakes, or deserts?
I can't tell you that either.
But you are a geographer.
Yes, but I'm not an explorer. There are no explorers on my planet. A geographer is too important to wander around. I sit in my study and I wait for explorers to come and tell me of their travels, and I write down the interesting parts. After I verified their moral integrity, of course.
Why is that?
Well, an explorer who lies is as bad as a drunkard.
Why?
Drunkards see double. Why write down 2 mountains when there is only one? Once their moral integrity is established, then the explorer's claims are investigated.
By going to see it?
Oh no, that would be too complicated. No, an explorer should bring proofs. If an explorer finds a mountain, he should bring large rocks from the mountain. You are from far away. Tell me of your world.
Where I live, it's not very interesting. It's too small. I have 3 volcanoes, 2 active and 1 extinct. But you never know.
You never know.
I also have a flower.
Geographers are not interested in flowers.
Well, why not? It's the prettiest thing.
The flowers are ephemeral.
What does ephemeral mean?
Geographies are the best books. Geographies never go out of style. It is rare for a mountain to crumble or an ocean to drain away. Geographers write about eternal things.
What does ephemeral mean?
It's like if you take a volcano can be active or extinct, and it wouldn't matter to a geographer. What matters is the mountain. That doesn't change.
What does ephemeral mean?
Ephemeral means that which is threatened by imminent disappearance.
A flower is threatened by imminent disappearance?
Yes.
ephemeral. I left her all alone in the world, with only 4 thorns to defend herself. Why would you advise me to visit?
The earth. It has a good reputation.
What about my flower?
What about my flower? The earth contains 111 kings and queens, 11,000 geographers, 200 million businessmen. In total, about 2 billion people. As to the size of the earth, before electricity, an army of 511,441 lamplighters were needed. There was, of course, only one lamplighter on the North Pole and one on the South Pole. Well, being witty leads to lying. Men actually occupy very little space on the earth. You could fit us all in a block, 20 miles long and 20 miles wide, more or less. Grown-ups, of course, don't believe this. They think they take up much more space. Trust me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What planet have I landed on?
Planet Earth in Africa.
Are there no people on Earth?
It is desert here. There are no people in the desert. Earth is very big.
I wonder if the stars are lit up overhead so that each of us can find his own someday. My star is just above us.
It is lovely. What have you come to Earth for?
I'm having difficulty with a flower.
Ah,
Where are all the people? It is a little lonely in the desert.
it is also lonely with people,
You are a funny creature. You're no thicker than a finger.
but I'm more powerful than the king's finger.
You are not very powerful. You don't even have feet. You couldn't travel very far.
I can take you farther than a ship. Anyone I touch, I send back from the land from whence they came. But you are innocent and come from a star. I feel sorry for you, being so weak on this granite earth. I can help you someday. If you want to go back to your home, I can.
I understand what you mean, but why do you always speak in riddles?
I solve them.
The little prince climbed a tall mountain. He thought from the top of the mountain this high, he would be able to see the entire planet and all of its people. All he saw were rocky peaks.
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Let's be friends. I'm lonely.
I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I'm lonely.
The people out here on this planet are dry. They have no imagination. All they do is repeat what you say. On my planet, I had a flower. She always spoke first.
The little prince traveled a long time through the sand, through rocks, and through the snow. Until at last he found a road.
All roads lead to people. Hello?
Hello,
Who are you?
we are roses.
My flower told me she was the only one. If she saw all of you, she would cough until you die. I pretended to nurse her. Otherwise, she would really let herself die in order to humiliate me. I thought I was rich just because I had one flower. All I have is an ordinary rose. I have 3 volcanoes. They're tiny. One of them extinct. I'm not much of a prince.
morning.
Good morning.
I'm over here under the apple tree.
Who are you? You are pretty.
I'm a fox.
Come play with me. I'm lonely.
I can't play with you. I'm not tame.
What does tamed mean?
You're not from around here. What are you looking for?
People. What does tamed mean?
People have guns and they hunt. It's quite troublesome. They also raise chickens. That is the only thing interesting about them. Are you looking for chickens?
No, I'm looking for friends. What does tamed mean?
Well, it is something that has often been neglected. It means to create ties.
To create ties?
Yes, for me, you are a little boy just like 100,000 other little boys. I have no interest in you, and you have no interest in me. I am a fox just like 100,000 other foxes. But if you tame me, we will need each other. For me, you would be the only little boy in the world, and for you, I would be the only fox in the world.
There's a flower. I think she has tamed me.
Possibly. One sees all kinds of things on Earth.
My flower's not on Earth.
On another planet.
Yes.
Are there hunters on this planet?
No.
Now that is interesting. And chickens?
No.
Nothing is perfect. My life is monotonous. I hunt chickens, people hunt me. All chickens are just alike, and all people are just alike, so I'm rather bored. But if you tamed me, my life could be filled with sunshine. I would know the sound of footsteps that were different from all the rest. Other footsteps would send me underground, but yours would call me out like music. Do you see that wheat field?
Yes.
I don't eat bread, so wheat is of no use to me. Wheat fields say nothing to me, which is sad. But you have hair the color of gold. So it would be wonderful if you tamed me. The wheat, which is gold, would remind me of you. Then I would love the sound of the wind in the wheat field. Please tame me.
I would like to. I would like to, but I don't have much time. I have friends to find and so much to learn.
Well, you only learn the things that you tame. People don't have time to learn anymore. They buy pretty things in stores, but since there are no stores where you can buy friends, they don't make friends anymore. If you want a friend, tame me.
What do I have to do?
Go sit over there in the tall grass. I will watch you out of the corner of my eye. You won't say anything because language creates misunderstandings. Day by day, you will sit a little closer.
The next day, the prince sat a little closer.
It would have been better if you came at the same time. For instance, if you came at 4 o'clock, I could begin to get happy at 3. The closer it got to 4, the happier I would be. And at 4 o'clock, I would be excited and worried. I would understand what it costs to be happy. If you come at any old time, I won't know to prepare my heart. There must be rites.
What is a rite?
Well, my hunters have rites. They dance with the village girls on Thursdays. Thursdays are wonderful days. I can stroll all the way to the vineyards. If they danced at different times, I would have no holidays at all.
The little prince tamed the fox at the same time every day. Then it was time to leave.
I shall weep.
I never wanted to cause him any harm, but you insisted I tame you.
Of course.
Then will you weep?
Of course.
Then you got nothing out of it.
I got something out of it. I got the wheat. Go look at the roses again. I think you'll discover that your rose is the only rose in the world. Come back and say goodbye, and I'll make you the gift of a secret.
You are beautiful, yet empty. You have tamed no one, and no one has tamed you. Ordinary passersby would think my rose looked like you, but she's different from all of you. She's the one I watered, the one I put in her glass, the one I put behind a screen. She's the one I listened to when she boasted or complained, or when she said nothing at all. She's my rose.
The little prince returned to the fox.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Here is my secret. It is really quite simple. One sees clearly only with the heart.
One sees clearly only with the heart.
Anything essential is invisible to the eyes.
Anything essential is invisible to the eyes.
It is the time you spent with your rose that makes your rose important.
The time I spent in my room.
You are responsible for whatever you tame. You are responsible for your rose. You are responsible for your rose.
I'm responsible for my rose. I'm responsible for my rose.
Anything essential is invisible.
Oh, yes, that train, that way, that car.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
What is it that you do here?
Oh, I sort travellers into bundles of 1,000. I dispatch the trains that carry them sometimes to the right and sometimes to the left. Oh, that way, that train, that car.
What a hurry they are in. What are they looking for?
Not even the engineer of the locomotive knows that. Yes, that way, that train, and that car. Yes.
Are they coming back already?
Oh, it is not the same ones. It is an exchange. Yes, that way, that train, and that car.
Were they not satisfied where they were?
No one is ever satisfied with where they are.
Are they chasing other travelers?
They are not chasing anything. They are sleeping or yawning. Only the children are the ones with their noses pressed against the window panes.
Only children know what they're looking for. They are given a rag doll that they spend all their time on. I've taken from them, they cry.
Lucky for them. Oh yes, that way, that train, that car, and it's that way. Yeah, that train, that car over there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How can I interest you in a pill that once you take one a week, you'll never have to drink water again.
What do you sell these pills?
They save time. Experts say they save us 53 minutes a week.
What would I do? 53 minutes a week.
Whatever you like.
If I had 53 minutes to spend, I would walk very slowly toward the water fountain.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is now 8 days since my plane crash landed. I drank my last drop of water while listening to the little prince tell me the story of the salesman. I too would like to walk very slowly toward a water fountain.
My friend the fox told me.
This has nothing to do with the fox.
Why?
We're going to die of thirst.
Even if you are going to die, it's good to have had a friend. I myself am very glad to have had a fox for a friend. I'm thirsty too. Let's find a well.
It's absurd to look for a well in the vastness of the desert.
Let's walk.
We walked a long time in silence. Night came. The stars appeared. So you're thirsty too?
Water can also be good for the heart. The stars are beautiful if I'm a flower. The desert is beautiful.
That is true. I do love the desert. I can't see anything or hear anything. Yet something shines. Something sings in the silence.
What makes the desert beautiful is what hides a well somewhere.
Whether it's the desert or the stars, what makes it beautiful is invisible.
I'm glad you agree with my fox.
All I see is a shell. What is essential is invisible to the eyes. At daybreak, I found a well.
Good morning.
Good morning.
People start out on express trains, no longer knowing where they're going. They rush around in circles. It's not worth the trouble. No water. Your people grow 5,000 roses in one garden. Yet what they're looking for can be found in a single rose or a little water. The eyes are blind, but must look with the heart.
More water?
You drink. Remember your promise. A muzzle for my sheep.
I remember.
You know my fall to earth.
Yes.
Tomorrow is my first anniversary. I landed very near here.
It wasn't a coincidence, you coming here, wandering thousands of miles away from people. You're coming back to Earth, where you fell. I returned to my plane.
Are you here to answer your riddles?
Tomorrow is 1 year.
This isn't the place.
It is the right time.
It's not the place.
Is your poison good?
No suffering.
Go away.
snakes now.
You'll be able to fly again?
Yes, my engine is fixed. How do you know?
My journey is much further and more difficult than yours. I will be leaving tonight. I will show you my star, but it is much too small. That is good, but this is better. You know, so you must look at the living room of them. You must look at all of them. There's my present to you.
I don't understand.
I was living in one of them, laughing at one of them. The stars will be laughing.
This is a bad dream.
You'll be glad you've known me. You'll always be my friend. You'll laugh with me.
I said nothing. Not a sound. That happened very long ago. I have been sad. I tell people it is fatigue. I love looking up at the stars, listening. They sound like 5 million bells ringing and laughing. I forgot to draw a strap on the muzzle. Perhaps the sheep is eating the flower. I think not. The little prince puts glass over his rose and keeps a very close eye on his sheep. For if the sheep were to eat the rose, 500 million stars would turn to tears. Grown-ups could never understand how such a thing could be so important.
Aren't they wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. What a great group of actors. Thank you for coming out on a Saturday afternoon. We are so glad to get to do this for you. We hope you've enjoyed it. I know you enjoyed doing it, right?
Yes.
I want you to know they haven't had a rehearsal since Tuesday, and they were really sharp today. And we're going to get the opportunity to play this for the schools. We're going to play over in the Red Brick Building, up in the 300-seat auditorium. I was told today we are going to do 3 shows at the Red Brick Auditorium for 3 different classes, so we don't know the date yet. So I'll get back with all of you and see when it's convenient for you. And again, thank you very much, and thank you to Judy in the library and Jill, who helped us set all this up. Thank you so much. They're up here if you'd like to talk to them. Or if you want to go somewhere where it's cooler, so we had to turn one of the